I'm spot.
With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Gottins and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Dancing to his left. And his first look is incomplete. Let's discuss this offense now. And Julian Edelman, very good player.
Has really developed into a terrific slot receiver. And a lot of times he would be the primary receiver. Still mad coming out of college that he's not a quarterback in the NFL. He takes it out on the opposing defenses.
And he finds Danny Amendola. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
And now look at this. Big game, but a fumble.
Come on.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Brady will try again on 2nd down.
Yes.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. It's a pickup of 17 there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in Week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. They go to Johnson again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Rob Ninkovich is one of those great gems that got polished up over time. Whether he's rushing as a defensive end or playing outside linebacker, he's awfully productive.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. They worked very well there for a first down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs and goes to one of those.
Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he's brought down. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that?
That's a bad pass.
And it's intercepted.
Bad pass. Bad pass.
And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. So after the INT, it's Brady. Amendola catching it left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The former Bill, Mario Williams, on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there.
Damn, bro, this nigga too damn cold.
Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find Big 87.
Brady now to throw. Going underneath for Lewis. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Brady gives now to Blount. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Brady. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought
She got hurt.
4 yards on the pickup,
huh?
And that'll make this a second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective. That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Flush to his right. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a good game.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Yeah. Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Rob Gronkowski.
What's she doing?
Second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Now Damian Williams to return it.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. Special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down,
But I gotta go block.
he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Starting to run to the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, you get to the half. What adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
That one was intended for John Brown. And 4th down coming up. Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Flushed out. He hits Gronkowski on the out route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
You don't have to win the 40-yard dash. You still have good mobility. How about him getting outside of the pocket, throwing on the run, and picking up a first down?
Brady now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Brady going to throw. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here.
You know, some teams use the running game just to bludgeon people. I think that Brady to Gronk does the exact same thing for them. Long, short, medium, they know how to connect.
In ways it sort of revolutionized the quarterback-tight end relationship. They can go, as you told me before, they go medium, they can go short, they go long.
And the way that Gronk is used, he's not just a tight end. Oftentimes they'll put him on the backside of formation as the single wide receiver, and he runs routes exactly that way.
LeGarrette Blount was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
Baby, oh my gosh, come on. That's bullshit.
Edelman just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college...
Damn, man.
Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off the squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
He dating no girl now?
Williams to return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
No, it was a fracture. They weren't broken.
They trust their guys in this situation if they decide
Fracture
to take a
being
shot.
broke, baby.
And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that's good for a Miami first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they're going to go soft on the corners. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. He's got time. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with a pick. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. But they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zones, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
My nigga, you playing the same freaking coverage.
Coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. On second down, here's Tannehill. Pryor has it complete. And he's brought down after a good gain.
I'm gonna run the same play.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Here's Tannehill. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And throw right side complete to Parker. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Are they taking 6 on the highway?
This drive is turning into an extended
by the
one,
front door.
carrying the ball,
These niggas
he's
tripping.
becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game.
My nigga playing the same coverage.
So what you
Still.
got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Right though. I ain't gonna snitch.
There he hits the reliable target. Now Tannehill.
This nigga.
This is caught. It's Parker. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about his training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Missed it. Damn, bro. I nigga missed it.
He couldn't get it there. It's no
Hey, man, you might beat me in this one. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Slant route caught by Edelman. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for the Patriots. 31 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line.
Yeah.
And it's intercepted. It's
Thank you.
Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's Tannehill. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for... From the 50, it's Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Tannehill throwing again. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that'll make it a 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Tannehill underneath for Johnson. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Now this is brought in by Pryor. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your...
I had him.
This time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Rodnikovic in there to bury him for a loss of 11. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 3. 23 yards on the play. And now 1st down following that long gain. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. David Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd down, here's Brady.
Yes.
Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker.
Yes.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. A lot of people are really happy about those picks. Any fantasy team that has this defense.
Jordan Cameron is tied in, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that throw, he simply dropped it.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Third down now following the run. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's got him. It's the tight end, Cameron. A gain of 13 and also a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Yeah, a two-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Tannehill now to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance.
Nigga, what are you doing?
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're...
Bam.
And that should do it. Picked off by Nate Ebner. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. So the Patriots coming out now. They're in a good spot. Two-possession game barely, but a two-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
Brady going to look to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, with the way things are going with Tom Brady finding Gronk as many times as he has in this game, and the team is winning, I think at some point maybe even Brady will do the Gronk dance.
Well, if he does, now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Brady to throw. Rolling to his right. Slam route caught by Edible. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game.
She said in the middle.
Got rain throughout the entire game, but these two teams,
Be heard.
they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast?